Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglas Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show family. Love you so much. Praying for you, praise God for you, while I'm still laughing from some stuff y'all said yesterday. Y'all crazy. Anyway, let me give it to you like this. Today's song is by the great Marvin Sapp. Perfect peace. Perfect peace. Oh, my God, how we need this in light of all that is going on in this insane world. The world is just going to hell in a head. That's what some folk would say. Our nation is sick. That's what Dr. King would say. The times we live in are a hot mess. Every time there's a press conference, we find ourselves attacked by anxiety. Listen, stuff is happening, y'all, and whatever else I've discovered, we need to have within us that kind of internal fortitude, that kind of internal thermostat. I think that's the word I'm looking for, thermostat, because a thermostat is not like a thermometer. A thermometer, watch this, is controlled by what's happening around it, but a thermostat, it regulates what's on the inside in spite of what's happening on the outside. That's what peace is. Peace basically says you may not control everything that's happening around you, but you can regulate your internal atmosphere. You can, in a real sense, have an internal infrastructure that is so strong that you are at peace. You have peace of mind in spite of the pressure that life tries to put on you. And y'all know that's real Bible, because the Bible says, be anxious for nothing, but by everything with prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God, and the peace of God that passeth all understanding will guard your heart and minds through Christ Jesus. Listen, God will give you such peace that people will wonder how you're keeping it together when your world is falling apart. And the reason I had to give y'all that passage I just shared with you about be anxious for nothing is that science finally caught up with what Scripture says, because science has come out with a study last year that said that there is an understanding, watch this, that anxiety and depreciation cannot coexist in the same headspace. Listen, when you are grateful and have an attitude of gratitude, anxiety can't hang out there. I'm going to give you the text one more time. Be anxious for nothing, but by everything with prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God, and God's peace, there it is, will guard your heart and guard your mind. I'm simply saying, y'all, God will give you perfect peace that passes all understanding. God bless you. Y'all be at peace and have a blessed day.
There it is, Pastor Haynes, man, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church. Let's get into this music. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir. Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Let's go.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 11 minutes after the hour, y'all, front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, radio family. Here's what's happening in news. President Donald Trump has signed an executive order banning transgender athletes from participating in women's sports, highlighting what he considered unfair treatment of biological female athletes.
Last year, a male cyclist posing as a woman competed in the 800-mile Arizona trail race and obliterated the women's course record by nearly 5.5 hours. You think that's bad? The weightlifting's worse. In 2023, a man in women's powerlifting broke 2 world records and outlifted his closest female opponent in one event by 440 pounds.
Now, the order will establish sweeping mandates on sex and sports policy and will direct federal agencies to prohibit the participation of transgender girls and women in female sports categories.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, me either.
I'm not mad at that.
Me either.
That's the only damn thing he do that I agree with. If you're a transgender man, they might should consider starting a transgender league. You understand? You know, I have daughter, right? T, a daughter play college basketball. She ain't finna play against a chick the height of Kevin Durant with some box braids.
In other news, a storm is set to dump sleet, freezing rain, and snow on the Midwest today. At least 22 states from Oklahoma to Vermont are under ice and snow alerts. The storm is forecast to begin in Oklahoma to Missouri and will move into the rest of the Midwest, including Chicago, in the afternoon and evening. Lastly, the theft of approximately 100,000 eggs from the back of a distribution trailer in central Pennsylvania is under investigation. The heist comes as eggs have become scarce in some areas due to the avian flu outbreak, and prices are reaching near record highs. The eggs are worth an estimated $40,000. I'm Maria Moore, and those are a few of the stories trending on the front page. Now it's time for sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
Oh, man, all right. So now that the dust is settling with the shocking trade of Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis, we heard from Luka yesterday. Now Anthony Davis speaks for the first time since being traded to the Dallas Mavericks.
Obviously, it was shocking just because I didn't know. But, after the shock factor wore off, then I knew it was time to get to Dallas, get to the physical, see the doctors, and then get ready to, get back to get on the floor with these guys.
The Miami Heat traded Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Buckets finally got his wish. He was traded to the Golden State Warriors. In return, the Heat will receive Andrew Wiggins, Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Anderson, and a protected first-round draft pick. So Jimmy Butler will be over there with Steph Curry.
That's going to be good. What you think?
We're going to see what happens, man. I mean, if Jimmy can just play his role and understand it's still Steph's team, I can see it being all right. I don't think they're going to win a championship.
I don't know about that one.
I don't think
I just thought about it.
Yeah, I don't think they can win a championship.
Because he was doing exactly what Steph was doing, right?
I mean, he was the man. So he's got to he got to bow down and play his role over there in Golden State. So they're going to be good. They're not going to contend for a championship, in my opinion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
But if he has a problem, what's his name? I hit him in the face. Draymond Green.
Draymond, actually.
He ain't gonna hit Jimmy Bucket in the face.
Okay.
I promise you ain't hit Jimmy Bucket in the face. He try that on. Yeah, people do stuff like that on who they know they could do it to. He ain't gonna hit Jimmy Bucket in the face. I promise you that.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens, man. But that's my quick sports report right there. Briggity Tat, what you got coming up next, pimpin'? There it is.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So hot
and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's about that time for the hot spot. Sitting in for the one and only, the Brat. We got Taylor Green in the building. Taylor, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, I'm Taylor Green, and I'm sitting in for the Brat, and here's your hot spot. Irv Gotti, a noted record executive, producer, and entrepreneur, best known as the founder of Murder, Inc. Records, has passed away at the age of 54. The cause of death is currently unknown, but he did suffer a stroke last year. As you all may know, he rose to fame in the late 90s and early 2000s, and he played a key role in hip-hop and R&B, working with artists like Ja Rule, Ashanti, and DMX. Before launching Murder, Inc., Gotti worked as an A&R at Def Jam, where he helped bring DMX, Jay-Z, and Ja Rule to the label. In recent years, Gotti had reinvented himself, expanding into television with the creation of BET's Tales and anthology series, blending hip-hop and storytelling. Rest in peace to Irv Gotti and all of his family members. In other news, New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft released a new Super Bowl advertisement to combat anti-Semitism, where Snoop Dogg and Tom Brady break down how the reasons for hate are as stupid as they sound. Now, Kraft says that he chose Snoop and Tom because it was important to have two individuals from seemingly different walks of life to relay this campaign message. In the ad, they're standing face to face to each other, telling each other why they hate each other. Check this out.
I hate you because we're from different neighborhoods.
I hate you because you look different.
I hate you because I don't understand you.
I hate you because people I know hate you.
I hate you because I think you hate me.
Because I need someone to blame.
Because you talk different.
Because you act different.
Because you're just different. Man, I hate that things are so bad that we have to do a commercial about it.
Me too.
That's interesting.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I like that, though. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, given it's those two people from different walks of life, I think that makes a lot of sense, them relaying that message. And my last story, congratulations to Glorilla. Rihanna chose her to be her first brand ambassador to represent all four of her Fenty brands: Savage X Fenty, Fenty Beauty, Fenty Skin, and Fenty Hair. And her debut as brand ambassador was earlier this week, so congratulations to her. And for more information on these stories and more, go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. And coming up next, Special K got the news you can't use.
There it is. I appreciate it, Taylor Green.
In the building.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it's about that time. Special K got news you positively absolutely cannot use. What up, K?
Yeah, what up, Rick? It is about that time, and I want to take this time to show love and appreciation to one of my favorite longtime running sponsors who is responsible for keeping the news you can't use popping. And we're in the month of February. We're getting close to March, which means it's about to be springtime. And I always look forward to springtime to shout out my guy over at Dave's Decks. That's right, guys. Even though it's still winter, now is the time to take a good look at your deck. Look at it. Ask yourself, do I want to be that guy in the neighborhood who invites people over to sit on a dirty, dusty, or molded deck? Call Dave at 1-800-GOOD-DECK or www.gooddeck.com and find out what life is like when you have a great deck. Now, maybe you have a good one now, but you feel like you need a bigger one with more length or width. You can have the best deck in the neighborhood. Because you got to look down and say, hey, is this the deck I want my friends to sit on? When I look down at my deck, am I ashamed or embarrassed to let others see it? If I could have the deck of my dreams, would it be this deck? Why invite people over for outside gatherings in the springtime if you don't have a big enough deck to entertain? Nobody wants to come hang out for your cookout and you got a tiny little deck. Don't be talked into using a pressure washer on your deck. Most guys who have tried it are really sorry that they spray that high pressure water on their deck. And you never want to. So call Dave's today and order Dave's. Also, you want to order Dave's soapy deck wash because you definitely don't want to use a hard bristle brush on your deck with a free soft deck brush.
You're right.
Yeah, because the hard bristle it scrapes it up, and you don't want to have a scraped up deck because people notice that.
Right.
So, Dave's deck motto is, you really can't have too much fun if the party can't. You really can't have too much fun at all if the party can't get going because your deck's too small. So, on this day in Black History, a Black History Spotlight, the year was 1905 in the city of Montgomery, Alabama, and a young shoe repairman named Augustus Biggins was a regular customer at the local market. When he didn't have enough money to pay, the kind white store owner would accept handwritten IOUs on his tab. Then Augustus fell on hard times and couldn't pay his debts for a while, and the store owner subsequently died, leaving behind in his office a box full of unpaid IOUs. Augustus thought quickly and had his sister go into the store office and retrieve the box of IOUs, which she promptly destroyed, so that when the new owner took over, he had no idea of the previous debts. This is the first known instance of what almost 100 years later would become known as credit repair. On this day in Black History.
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the color of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. Ricky, y'all, the prayer warriors are definitely being solicited. I don't know if we talked about this or not, but it's a very sad moment, y'all. But Dwayne Wade, have y'all heard what's going on with Gabrielle Union's husband? Well, I'm going to tell y'all. It's being reported y'all that TBS Ricky canceled Dwayne Wade's game show, The Cube, after he revealed that his kidney cancer, he talked about his kidney cancer diagnosis. Now, they're saying y'all that The Cube was abruptly canceled after 3 seasons of Ricky on the air, according to Forbes. Now, they say no reason was given for the cancellation, but The Cube, an adaptation of the popular British game show, premiered in the U.S. back in 2021, y'all, with Wade as the host. Now, the show featured contestants competing inside a glass cube for a chance to win $250,000. Now, they're saying, fortunately, y'all, Dwayne was still has a paying gig on TV, but they say last summer Dwayne made his broadcasting debut during NBC's coverage of the Olympic men's basketball competition. Now, they're saying that the father of 4 opened up about his shocking kidney cancer diagnosis more than a year after 40% of his right kidney was removed. Now, they're saying that Mr. Wade, honey, went under the knife in December of 2023 to remove a cancerous tumor inside his right kidney. Now, he revealed that his diagnosis, he revealed on his show, The Why with Dwayne Wade podcast. And, you know, that's kind of sad. Allegedly, if they canceled the man show because he told them he had cancer, I mean, this is why a lot of people don't reveal their illness.
Was it that or because nobody was watching? Because I never heard of that show.
It probably was a coincidence that they canceled the show around the time after he revealed that. I don't think it was
I've seen the show
situation.
before.
Yeah. Have y'all seen the show?
I've seen the show.
Yeah.
It wasn't that entertaining. I mean, it was kind of odd to have him as a host.
Really?
Yeah, he doesn't seem like a natural for that kind of thing. Like some athletes seem like they're naturals for that kind of thing.
It wasn't good.
Like Nate Burleson on
It wasn't good.
He's good, but Dwayne, he just
he got 3 seasons out of it though.
Yeah, 3. So I mean, I'm sure
it was a little stale. I tried to watch it. I really did. I tried to get into it because I like game shows, but it was kind of stale. So I don't think it had nothing to do with that, Gary.
Well, we hope not. Then we're gonna pray not, because, honey, that's why people keep their illnesses and stuff to themselves if they cancel your shows like that or whatever. And I'm sure Gabrielle probably helped him get the show and stuff, and now they canceling his show.
Why she had to help him, Gary?
Because she's his wife, and she's the bigger star. We know her. We don't really know him.
Well, people know him. That's probably why he got the job in the first place, because he's Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, I wonder why he lost it then. But anyway, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, a lot of people saying, sorry, ladies. They say baby Jonathan Majors is not being considered, y'all, for a return to the Marvel cinematic.
That's it.
Oh, that's it, cinematic?
Cinematic,
yeah, that Marvel Cinematic Universe, y'all, following his conviction on a domestic abuse charge. Now, they're saying their report, y'all, that Jonathan was making a comeback, y'all, to the MCU, but sources with direct knowledge told TMZ that, baby, that is not happening. They say despite a high-profile romance with B-list actress Megan Good, they're saying Jonathan has a history of abuse toward women. They say Jonathan was well on his way to becoming Marvel's big villain, Kang, y'all, the Conqueror, and a couple of years ago. But an assault charge, y'all, derailed his promising career, y'all. So they're saying it will not happen. He will not be going back to Marvel, which we just talked about. We thought that he was going to be going back or whatever. But this is the part that bothers me about this. How dare they call Megan Good a B-lister? Isn't she an A-lister? I mean,
has she done any major motion picture film?
No. Angela Bassett is an A-lister.
Denzel
Washington. Halle Berry, they're A-listers.
Yes.
But ain't nothing wrong with being a B-lister until you have to be a B-lister in order to be a
Come on now.
It's not a slight against her. It's just kind of the hierarchy of Hollywood or what it is.
Yeah, well, the hierarchy of Hollywood can't be just judging. I mean, it's because she's been acting, honey, for quite a while now. So I think, she should be considered as an A-lister, honey. Or just say an actress, don't give her no alphabet behind her damn name. Just say, honey, she's an A-lister. so I don't like that, honey.
Don't give her no alphabet.
Yeah, honey, don't give her no damn A, B, or C listen. Just say she's a wonderful actress and she does good work, honey. So, but nevertheless, hey, I guess that's what they call it. If I was out, I'd file a lawsuit, whoever said that, because it's not a good look. All right, that's done. All right, the color today, honey, I'm mad, hell. The color today is one of my favorite colors, y'all. My color today is cocoon. On the high end, you say cocoon, and on the low end, you say beautiful tan. That's your color for today.
That's a beautiful color. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, got that wake-up call. 8669 Rickey, here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
It's Fanaria. I'm calling from Baker Hill, Alabama. I want to wake up 3 of my kids, Mari Fryer, Alicia Fryer, Jaquan Fryer. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. My name is Harriet James, and I'm calling from Louisville, Kentucky. And I would like to wish my auntie Natalie Malone a happy birthday. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
My name is Demetria. I'm calling from Columbus, Ohio. Today is my 45th birthday, and I want to give a wake-up call to my kids, Gerald, Dominique, Mish, and Javier, and my sorority sisters of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, Sigma Iota Zeta Chapter. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Say Gainesville, wake up. Meridian, wake up. And Greenwood, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Where you at, Dallas? Wake up. In Chicago, wake up. ATL, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brat.
Unfiltered, unapologetic. It's just real talk.
Rickey Smiley Unleashed.
Hi, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, and you know, I never come on this show and never try to make all of this stuff just about me. You know why? Because other folks going through worse. So that's why whatever I go through, whatever I'm dealing with, sometimes I just take it and might say something every now and then. And I try to find ways as a radio personality and comedian to turn it around just to encourage somebody else, to use whatever my bad is, whatever my struggle is, to try to encourage somebody else. Because I promise you, somebody's going through worse. And I just want to go and talk about the whole chapter in the Bible, the scripture in the Bible that said, they that wait. And I'm telling y'all, 2 years ago, my son's birthday is coming up tomorrow, February the 7th. My son would have been 35. And it's been a really, really long road. I haven't had an opportunity to, to visit, my granddaughter, because that's the only thing my son left on this earth other than items that he owned. And it's been a long road, man. And coincidentally, the day that my son passed away, our son passed away, the day I was dropping Uncle Bruce's clothes off at the funeral home. You know, and my Uncle Bruce is somebody that raised me. He's only almost 7 years older than me. And we were really close. And I spent 56 years with this one person, longer than his marriage, longer than his relationship with his son. That was my uncle. And, I wouldn't even be where I am if it was not for him. And I just thank God for giving me strength and giving me courage. And sometimes people say, hey, man, you built for this. I just can't even believe I'm sitting up here right now, able to sit up straight and articulate all of this stuff that I've been through and that my family have been through for the past 2 years. Brandon and Uncle Bruce was the family. Brandon was the jokester. Uncle Bruce was the leader and the jokester of the whole family, and we lost both of them. And how we are able to just come together and move on. God took them twins and dropped them right in, but God is so good and so awesome. He took the twins, my twin daughters, and dropped them right in between Brandon's birthday and Brandon's death to give us some joy. And when I tell you, man, God will show up and show out, and he moved mysteriously. Regardless of what people say, regardless of what the bloggers say and what people think, God sit high and look low, and he know the truth. He know the truth. And I don't owe no explanation to nobody. The only thing I did when I found out about my twin was drop to my knees and thank God, and they changed my whole life and put life back into my body. And here, Brandon's birthday is tomorrow, and I'm getting ready to come up on a big blessing because I won in court yesterday, and God is just awesome. And I just want to tell anybody out there that's struggling, that's going through something, that's just waiting, man, I don't even know what the scripture is. Somebody might have to Google it, but they that wait. And I'm talking about, and I want everybody to read that scripture in Psalms that said, fret not thyself because of evildoers, for they soon shall be cut off like the green herb. And that scripture also will tell you to cease from anger. Man, sometimes you just got to let God handle it. But sometimes, man, you have to take a step backwards in order for God to take 2 steps forward. And sometimes you just got to get out of the way and let God work. And it ain't going to come in your time. It's going to come in his time. And I'm telling you right now, as a living witness, here I am 2 years outside of Brandon's death. In just a few days, maybe a week and a half, the death of Uncle Bruce, who I grew up with and shared a bedroom with, slept on a twin mattress at the University of Alabama, squeezed up against the wall because I was just happy to be able to spend the night with the football players for the weekend. And here I am, can sit on this morning show and just give God praise. God gonna bless me today at 12 o'clock just to have to be reunited. And I just thank God for his grace. I thank God for his mercy. I thank God for everything. Because sometimes you can't even appreciate the good if it weren't for the bad. Behind every cloud is sunshine. And I don't know who you are or where you are or what you're going through or what you're dealing with. I just want you to continue to trust God and know that God is able and he's still in the blessing business. And he will make your enemy your footstool and he will prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemy. But you got to be right because you can't go to God with unclean hands. Do what's right. You're going to get mad sometimes. You're going to want to cuss people out sometimes. You're going to want to get them told. When I tell you, man, sitting up there going through the stuff that I went through with the courts just why I can sit here today and share this testimony, just to be able to have this testimony and to come out and go through all of the stuff that I went through and come out on the other side like pure gold. Untouched, no scratches, some scratches and some scrapes, but they didn't kill me. Had to continue to stand up straight and walk through and be a man and try to be a good father and be a good grandfather. Go to the funeral home, go to the cemetery, all that stuff. And have to come on the other side and make people laugh and smile and continue the job that I'm doing. But I thank God, whatever it is that you're doing, you keep being nice to customers, keep being nice to people, keep preaching, keep doing whatever it is that you do and that you're going through. Put a smile in your face because remember now, all of this stuff is only a test. It's only a test. God looking at you through your trials and your tribulations right now. He looking at you right now, watching how you going to handle it so he can bless you on the other side. It don't feel like a test when you're going through it, but it's a test. And it's a tough test. You're going to bury some loved ones. Some going to go to jail. You might even go to jail for something you didn't do or you feel like the whole world is against you. But God sit high and look low. And don't worry about what people have to say about you because they don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. Just continue to do what you're doing and continue to trust God. And I'm a living witness on this day, February the 6th, that God is able. I got treated, man, God shined on me on my granddaddy rest in heaven birthday yesterday. And I was still stressed. Even though I was blessed, I was still stressed because the process is rough. So we just want to give God a shout out and give God the praise and tell everybody that's listening right now to be encouraged and stay encouraged and let you know that God is good all the time. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Yes, sir. Black Tony, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Rick? I can't talk real loud. I'm sorry. I hope y'all can hear me. I can't talk real loud because I'm in the waiting room right now. You know, I'm trying to get to work, but I'm in the waiting room right now, and I can't talk real loud because they say you're not supposed to be on your phone over here. They don't want you to be on your phone in the waiting room at the hospital.
You're in the waiting room for what? Why are you in the hospital?
I'm not in the hospital. I'm at the VA hospital with my uncle. My uncle Fred.
Why you at the VA?
Because he had an operation, and ever since Donald Trump been in office, man, everything over here messed up. So I'm not even gonna lie to you, but everything, man. They got any kind of doctors over here, man. These folks done messed my uncle up. So I'm sitting over here waiting. As soon as they tell me he's great, I'm gonna leave and come to work. But right now, I gotta make sure he's great because he had a transplant operation yesterday, and they messed it up. So
what kind of transplant?
they had to replace. He had to replace both of his hips, and they put both of them on the wrong side. They put his left leg on the right side, and they put his right leg on the left side, and now he just confused.
You're lying. See, you start laughing, bruh. Don't do that.
So his right hip is on his left hip.
Yeah, they got his left foot on the.
You can't even laugh and see. That ain't right, man.
Crying. I'm trying to start crying right now.
No, you ain't crying. You crying laughing because you sitting up here laughing.
No, because he went to
go somewhere, man.
He went to what? That's all.
Shoes on. So they got his left foot on the right side and his right foot on the left side. When he tried to put his shoes on, he just got really confused. Because you can't tie your shoe with the left foot on the right side and the right shoe on the left side. No, it's too much. Because you try to tie your shoes and then you get dizzy. And now you got vertigo.
Wait a minute.
So they're gonna try to switch him back over this morning.
Wait a minute, they're gonna try to what?
They're gonna switch him back over this morning. So soon as they
is he old enough to be going through all them surgeries? How old is he?
He's 77. This my grandmama. This is my grandmama twin brother.
I didn't know your grandma had a twin.
Yeah, her name Pearl. His name Earl.
Pearl and Earl.
Yeah. Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Get right.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Ricky, y'all recall last year, the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast, y'all remember Portia Williams' ex-husband, Mr. Simon Guobardia, y'all filed a defamation of character lawsuit against her after she implied, y'all, that he suffers from erectile dysfunction. Well, y'all, it's been reported, y'all, that Portia's motion to dismiss, honey, has been denied, Ricky, and the case is moving forward, y'all. Now, they're saying, y'all, Simon put out there, motion by defendant to dismiss federal defamation lawsuit, denied. Case must now move forward to full litigation. Now, he said, quote, I'm thankful that the federal court deemed it proper that I be given an opportunity to be heard, to have my day in court. He said, I invite you to join in gaining knowledge and understanding that social media and the internet does not automatically grant you a forum to be reckless in what you say or do. He said, we are just at the beginning of a tedious court process of extensive litigation. Stay tuned. It's going to court.
Oh, my God.
We got to rally around Portia.
Over.
No, it ain't over, honey. We got to rally around because, I'm sure she probably was just joking or something like that. So, why would you?
But you can't say nobody's having erectile dysfunction.
She never mentioned his name.
Yeah, that's right. Huh? She didn't say his name.
She never said his name.
What did she say?
It was a very vague post, and people assume because, she was talking about erectile dysfunction that she was talking about him, but she never said his name.
She never said his name, so, honey, I don't think he should be suing her behind that because if she didn't say his name, honey, you got to say your name.
She going to be talking about nobody else because I'm sure she ain't messing with nobody else that's having erectile dysfunction.
Well, honey, I'm sorry. I'm following what Beyonce said in her song, Say My Name, honey. She didn't say his name.
That's bad, but you don't want me to come out and say something like that. It don't get no lawyer.
Yeah. Well, we gonna see them, honey.
Posted a noodle that would have killed me.
Oh, Ricky. Moving on, child. Another celebrity news, y'all. Miss Allison Holker, y'all. She's the widow of the late celebrity DJ Stephen Twitch, and she's been promoting her controversial memoir, This Far My Story of Love, Loss, and Embracing the Light, y'all, by sharing secrets, y'all, that Twitch took to his grave. Now, they're saying this week the book was released with more embarrassing claims about that poor man, y'all. Now, according to page 6, they said Miss Allison Holker claimed that Stephen Twitch, y'all, boss, was constantly high, Ricky, and barely shot, and he barely even took a bath, honey, before he died by suicide back in December 2022. She said, quote, what I didn't know until I surveyed our backyard security camera was that Stephen's smoking had wretched it up, she recalled in her new book. She said, this part of my story of love lost and embracing the light, released on Tuesday. She said he was smoking in the morning and at night. It's almost as if he used one strain of pot, honey, at the start of the day to become Twitch, then used another at night to become that person from that persona. And she also claimed, y'all, that her late husband was also sneaking out to smoke while on the set of the Ellen DeGeneres show, Ricky. She is saying all kinds of, and a lot of people are livid. Very dirty. How dare she? Because to sell a damn book, you're going to tell all this stuff about your doggone husband and stuff, allegedly and stuff. People are angry with her, honey. She said, to the best of my knowledge, nobody knew he was really good at hiding, she said. She said, if I had been aware of the extent of his usage, I would have gone into protector mode right away. But what really was bad, she said, I would find myself pleading with him to take a shower. She said he would never bathe and stuff. She said, at the time, I thought he was too tired to properly care for himself. Now I know that neglecting self-care is another classic sign of depression.
Yeah, she dirty.
So you think she's trying to tell his, I don't know.
No, she's trying to sell that damn book, honey. That's what she's doing, honey.
Everybody that's with you ain't for you.
That's showing, honey.
And then she, made his family sign a non-disclosure form just to be able to come to the funeral. And she been real shady and dirty.
Mm-hmm. And he loved that European woman too, honey. But now, honey, look what she done doing him in death, though. But nevertheless, we're going to follow this story, though. But she's trying to sell her book, though. And a lot of people just not feeling it, honey. So we're going to see how this all turn out. So go out and get your book. And speaking of going out and get your book, y'all, mark your calendars for February the 10th. February the 10th, that's payday for a lot of people, y'all, because, honey, it's being reported, y'all, that Playboy is going to release its latest copy of Playboy with Lori Harvey on the cover, y'all. They're saying, honey, last month Playboy, honey, announced they were returning to print for the first time in 5 years with Lori Harvey on the cover, y'all. So, honey, so mark your calendar.
On the cover.
Yeah, on the cover.
They were very specific. They say she's the cover model, not on the inside.
Not the centerfold.
Not the centerfold.
But Lori Harvey, honey, they said, like you've never seen before, Playboy 2025 print issue drops February the 10th. Pre-order now, y'all. So she's gonna be in there.
Yeah, I can't pick that up.
Yeah, y'all not gonna
sit down. Watch her grow up with my kids. I can't. Got no business.
But did they indicate that she's doing a feature? Or they just doing an article?
They're doing something, honey, but on February the 10th.
I'm sure she ain't finna be in there doing where we grew up.
Thank you.
Yeah, no.
Now,
and then Playboy wasn't a magazine nobody wanted to see anyway. We was growing up. We wanted to see
Hustler. Yeah. You want to see Hustler. Hustler show that real.
Yes, sir. Everybody had an uncle that had a Hustler hidden somewhere in your grandmama's house.
Yes, honey. So there y'all have it.
Yeah, Playboy, they require you to read too much. You get your Hustler, you straight. You get your Hustler magazine, Super Dave, and a National Geographic.
Yes, sir.
Did they have other ones too, though? BT?
Penthouse Players magazine was with the black women.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They show that wolf monkey.
All right. What's the color of the day?
The color of the day, honey, is one of my favorite. My color of the day, y'all, is cocoon. On the high end, you say cocoon, and on the low, just say beautiful tan. We love Playgirl. That was a nice magazine. Did y'all watch that one?
No, sir. We did not.
Nobody want to read all them articles. We want to see pictures. Pictures. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
Yeah.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
A mother is speaking out because she fears that her son could become a menace to society when he grows up.
Right, Ricky. A mother is concerned. She feels like her 3-year-old son is doing little things as a kid that might lead him to being dangerous or harmful to others. So he's already gotten caught doing things like cutting his classmates' ponytail and being aggressive with other kids.
So this morning we have faith-based therapist Dr. Tart here to talk about the early warning signs that your child might become a menace to society. Dr. Tart, good morning. Happy to have you.
Glad to be here.
Hey, Dr. Tart, I'm just really having some flashbacks because I just remember a couple of kids in elementary school that was real trouble. They have passed away. And I saw kids from the 2nd, 3rd grade go down a bad road. I'm talking about like hitting teachers back and all that kind of stuff. And so does this mother have a valid reason to be concerned about a child potentially becoming a danger to others in the future?
Yes. I mean, we start looking at it. We're comparing him against the other 3-year-olds in the classroom, right? And what we know is the biggest predictor of later behavior problems is what the kid is doing before 10. All right. So if kids that don't have emotion regulation and positive discipline, that is a red flag. Head Start teachers will tell you that, pre-K teachers. So if you have a son, we're talking about a son, but this also applies to daughters, and you find that they cannot self-regulate, that means stop themselves, calm themselves down, self-discipline. You say stop and they say okay, or you tell them one more time. If you see them struggling with that, that is a red flag.
Yeah, it almost seems like a blanket, perspective, because we often hear stories about people being, really bad when they were little and then they grow up to be so successful. So, how can you really tell how a child will turn out?
Yeah. Well, if we're looking at the stats, and I don't even like the term menace to society or bad, because we all know. I mean, look at the background. I mean, see what's going on with the parents. Look at what's going on within that family. What is that kid dealing with? Is he getting enough attention? Is he witnessing domestic violence? Is there enough structure at home? Is that kid being paid attention to? And then if we're really looking, I mean, you know how they predict which jails to build? They look at a reading and math scores at age 8. So if you want to do anything, the single biggest thing that you can do other than help your child have self-regulation is make sure they're on grade level. Every teacher's going to tell you this, all right? You look for the kids that are below grade level, they are going to become behavior problems because they are not excelling. So get them into tutoring, do whatever you need to do, spend time. You can get that kid at or above grade level, you can significantly decrease the chances of them having conflict later on.
So, Dr. Tart, what's the difference between the normal kid behavior that they might grow out of it and the behavior of a kid that they might become dangerous?
Yeah, it's chronic. All right, so if we're looking at chronic, right? Now, we're talking about having a bad period. We're talking about a kid whose parents have divorced or lost a loved one or just struggling academically or changing to a new school and it fades away. Okay, that kid is just having an adjustment issue. But if you're talking about something that's been present since pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, the teacher's saying the same thing about your child, that is when it's time for you to seek counseling. And another thing is...
what's the age? What is the recommended age for therapy for a child, Dr. Tart?
It can start at 3 or 4. It can start, there's play therapy, right? If I used to work in a domestic violence shelter, and all those kids would be aggressive. Guess what they're watching? They're watching their moms and dads, fight, argue, right? They're looking at violence. If you're in a high crime neighborhood, you see this on a regular basis. So those kids need to learn how to express their feelings, how to deal with trauma. And believe it or not, psychologists like myself are trained to deal with kids as young as 3 and 4 and 5 and do what's called play therapy to help them to act out their emotions and find out what's going on to reset the home to be more functional and get them away from the violence.
Yeah, and Gary can attest to this, Dr. Tart. My son, Malik, was kicked out of 3 schools, was bad, had some real bad behavior, went toward others, just real defiant. And I really do think having a male presence, and I would just tell anybody this, any male, uncle or somebody that care about the child that has, some discipline and some structure for the child, that always helps. Dr. Tart, he'll be getting his master's degree in May, but being kicked out of 3 schools or whatever, I didn't know what we was going to be dealing with. No. Because that was something.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations. I mean, so we have to look at a couple of things. It's not just having them around men, Ricky, like you said, it's around good men. Because unfortunately, having your son around the wrong man actually can increase criminal activity. If the father, the uncle, the brothers, the next door neighbors, the friends of your sons and daughters are engaged in criminal activity, that significantly increases because who you're around. But we also have to guard for ADHD and being off task and not having the right teachers and not feeling competent. Kids need structure and competence. It's hard to find a kid who's struggling when they feel like they are good at something and they're able to do their work and they have structure and discipline and someone who loves them. All right, that's a good combination to make sure that our kids are on track and doing well. We have to raise them. Quick warning sign. If your kid's off grade level right now, that is a warning sign. Don't just say, okay, poor test scores. That is a red flag. Immediately, let me do what I need to do to find out how to get my child to focus, get on task, and read on or above grade level in reading and math. If we get it early, second, third grade, we can stop this prison pipeline.
And you know, I had that problem too. I had a lot of discipline problems coming up, and I think if it went for my granddad and 2 or 3 of my uncles put me in place, and you got your Coach Jones and your Coach Critton in high school, it was just a bunch of, like you said, Dr. Tart, thank you for correcting me, a bunch of good men in place to set those boundaries. It really helped me out, you know. So that's so important. My God, that's something. I'm just sitting up here having flashbacks, because I can talk to you about this, you know, about this all day, because I have nephews and stuff. We had to step up. And right, go ahead, Maria. I know you have some, because you got kids too.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just wanted to ask, because you know I'm married, and we have 4 children, and we have a blended family. Before I met my husband, I was a single mother, and I was doing the best that I could with the resources that I had. And I know you talk about, you know, getting help and making sure you're present. Not everyone has the ability to do that, especially if you are a struggling single mother. And I still remember it clear as day, even though I've been married for 15 years. How can people in the community come together and help single mothers? Like, what are signs that we should look out for? Because when I see a single mother struggling, I want to get involved and help her, because I see myself in her.
You know, when we start talking about, you know, single mothers, you know, I like when we start talking about the absent fathers, right? We put it on the single mother like it's her fault, right? One, men don't have children, but women, you're not going to be involved with raising the children. I don't care how unpopular that is, all right? I don't care about the Nick Cannons, the Cam Newtons. Have children with people you're going to raise, all right? Actively in your home, or if it's a blended family, you're spending time, so it's not on the single mom. But for the moms out there that are in there, listen, some of the greatest men and women are raised by single moms. Barack Obama, LeBron James, I can go on and on and on. What you want to do is make sure your kid is reading on grade level. You want to get men in the community to come in and show your son how to be a man. You can show him how to shave. You can show him how to be assertive without being aggressive. You can show him how to be ambitious, how to be resourceful, how to be gritty and resilient when you make a mistake, how to get back out and start that math problem again, or catch that football, or dance, or write better. So you don't necessarily, it's not the fact that it's a single mom, it's the attitude of that single mom. How high does she believe her kids can go? If you find that to be high, that mom's going to do everything possible, from getting her kid in 100 Black Men, getting her kid in mentoring, tutoring him or her herself to make sure that he's successful. It is all about our attitude and our access to resources.
Dr. Tart, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Yeah, let's go to my website, drtart.com. That's drtart.com. Or visit me on Instagram at drtartt.
There it is, y'all. More Rickey Smiley. Thank you, Dr. Tart. We appreciate you. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Oh, man. Hey, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We're looking for a winner. Good morning. Who is this?
Nicole.
Hey, Nicole.
Hey, Ricky.
What up? Building. Hey, Nicole. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, man. Listen. All right, now, listen, we're gonna play a Mike Epps movie clip of the day. And if you can name the movie correctly, you will win $500. Here we go.
You see this swine? It's fine, divine, sublime, and right on time. Man, look at that.
Want some of this dipping sauce, baby?
Yeah, go on, take a little piece of that. Don't be scared. You got on the Kwanzaa outfit now. Go on, get down like you live.
Can you name that movie?
Welcome home, Roscoe Jenkins.
Come on, Nicole. Congratulations, man. You just won $500. That easy, man. And you now qualified to win the grand prize, a flyaway trip for 2 to Atlanta to see Mike Epps and the stellar lineup of comedy stars like Country Wayne, Lil Duval, Ha Ha Davis, and more. And the We Them Ones comedy tour, man. The grand prize winner also get another $500 in spending cash. Nicole, you finna get hooked up.
Yes, sir. The grand prize winner will be announced on Monday, but you won $500 today. Tell everybody what show just hooked you up.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Richmond, Virginia, stand up! All right, y'all. Congratulations. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning. Happy to have you, man.
My dearest brother, good to be with you this morning.
Yes,
morning,
sir.
And how's everybody doing?
What's up, Jeff?
Hanging in there, bro.
Man, so much. But I do want to talk about, I think one of the most interesting international issues happening right now is President Trump's involvement in even having people think about what the future of Gaza is. And the president, in his natural desire to make money at the cost of other people, is really talking about turning Gaza into the next French Riviera. And in true fashion, it goes against what everybody else in the world wants. And so he is talking about moving Palestinians out of a demolished Gaza into Egypt and Jordan, 2 countries that don't want them there. Palestinians who are in Gaza don't want to be there. And there is also a reality of what kind of anything do you think you're going to do without being able to remove Hamas from Gaza, which they don't want to do. And so all of this coupled with a president that says he doesn't want to deploy U.S. troops anywhere, and the plan that he's laying out would ensure that U.S. troops get sent there. But, and this might sound crazy, I think that the conversation that President Trump is having is actually the conversation that nobody else wants to have and the one that needs to happen, which is what happens with Gaza next. And the fact that you have an entire region that has been reduced to rubble, and people who are there attempting to put their lives back together despite that, and what is going to happen. And so there is so much more that people much smarter than me are thinking about how this goes down and what happens next. But with Netanyahu leaning to supporting the right-wingers in Israel, Jordan and Egypt being hell-bent against any Palestinians from that region coming in, and Hamas being hell-bent on leaving Gaza, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. And if we don't think as American citizens that this is going to impact us, think again. So there's so much more to happen in this story, and we will wait and see. In great news, I am incredibly excited that the Proud Boys don't own their name anymore. Have y'all talked about this at all?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I won't go too deep into that, but listen, I am happy that anything they want to do, they got to go to the black church. And everything they do, proceeds of what they create or raise will go to the Metropolitan AME Church. Other good news in this crazy time, for those of you that may not have known, there was an HBCU that was named as the best nursing school in the country. Big up to Southern University School of Nursing, voted the best nursing school in the country. And listen, for all of you that know, there is a shortage of nurses as we begin to create pipeline in the future of work around nursing. If you are a parent, if you are a family, make sure you look at Southern University Schools of Nursing as an opportunity. But you all, with all the craziness that's going on and all the negativity that's going on, we are still building, we are still thriving, we are still growing, we are still creating. And let's continue to lift folks that are doing this work, no matter where it is, to remind us that as insane as certain things are in certain places, we as black folks in particular don't know how not to grow in the midst of craziness. We come from it. It's in our DNA. And I heard you talking earlier, Rick, and you asked. I don't know if you got the scripture that you needed, but it was Isaiah 40:31.
Yeah.
But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings like eagles. They shall run and not grow weary. They shall walk and not faint. And that is the moment that we are in. The year 2025 is the year that we wait, that we renew our strength, that we mount on wings like eagles, and that we run and not faint, baby. It is in our DNA. It is in our spirit. It is in our lives. It is all around us. And if you don't claim that for this year, you out your mind.
Come on now.
Message.
That's a good word there. We needed that, Jeff. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I love you so much, brother. I appreciate you. I'm praying for you and with you. And I'm always glad to be on the greatest morning show that has ever existed in the history of radio shows, mornings, in the United States of America, the world, and the universe, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
I don't know about that, but I so appreciate it.
We'll receive all that. We'll receive all that.
Claim it, boy.
We'll take it, man. Hey, Jeff, let everybody know how you can be reached, man. Love you so much, man.
Man, you can be reached at the man that works on the morning show with the boy who loves everything and the host that don't know how to read, Rickey Smiley.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 24 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, radio family. Here's what's happening in news. President Donald Trump has signed an executive order banning transgender athletes from participating in women's sports, highlighting what he considered unfair treatment of biological female athletes.
Last year, a male cyclist posing as a woman competed in the 800-mile Arizona trail race and obliterated the women's course record by nearly 5.5 hours. You think that's bad? The weightlifting's worse. In 2023, a man in women's powerlifting broke 2 world records and outlifted his closest female opponent in one event by 440 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with him on that. I don't want my daughters competing against transgender men.
Yeah,
and that ain't homophobic.
No, it's just
my
facts.
daughters. Yeah, my daughter's playing basketball, and then here comes some dude the same height as Kevin Durant with some box braids. You crazy as hell. I tell my twin, if y'all don't come, go sit y'all ass on that bench, and we'll wait till another game. He's not finna play against them.
Box braids.
7'2" with some box braids. Talking about slamming on the girl.
Talking about check up.
Yeah, check slamming on all over their head, scratching their face and all that.
In other news, new legislation on Congress aims to tackle a financial burden weighing down millions of Americans. High rent prices. The bill, introduced by Senator Amy Klobuchar and co-sponsored by 8 other Senate Democrats, targets companies that collect data on rental markets from landlords and then use the data to help broadly determine rents. Klobuchar said it wouldn't prevent landlords from using algorithms, but it would stop companies from illegally working together to set higher rents. Lastly, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Law enforcement is giving you a chance to put your ex behind bars this Valentine's Day. California's Visalia Police Department shared an image online which says, "Roses are red, violets are blue. Your ex has felony warrants? Call us. They'll never know it was you." I'm Maria Moore, and those are a few...
Right, she the only one at the free throw line with hair up on her armpit.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
Talking about ball out. Let's go. Hey, man, now that the dust is selling,
your daughter getting dominated. I'm talking about getting done bad out there.
Yeah, dog, that ain't right, dog. But the dust is finally selling with this doggone shocking trade of Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis. And we heard from Luka, and now Anthony Davis finally speaks for the first time since being traded to the Dallas Mavericks.
Obviously, it was shocking just because I didn't know. But after the shock factor wore off, then I knew it was time to get to Dallas, get to the physical, see the doctors, and then get ready to get back to get on the floor with these guys.
Miami Heat, they finally traded Jimmy Buckets. Jimmy Butler is now a Golden State Warrior. He over there with Steph Curry, Draymond Green, you know what I'm saying? I think they're going to make a little run, but that still ain't going to have enough for the championship. But, you know, at least Jimmy found his new home. He out of Miami. He's over there in Golden State. Last but not least, man, Super Bowl 59 is about to get ready to go down this weekend. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes learned that President Donald Trump will be attending the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, it's always cool to be able to play in front of a sitting president, someone that is at the top position in our country. And so I didn't see that clip, but obviously it's cool to hear that he's seen me play football and respects the game that I play.
If y'all want to follow me on social media at Rock T Holla, let's continue to talk sports. Brat got the hot spot right now.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So hot and
that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all party people. 28 minutes after the hour, y'all. Brat got the hot spot. Brat.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Oh man, y'all. Irv Gotti, a very well-known record executive producer and entrepreneur, best known as the founder of Murder Inc. Records, has passed away at the age of 54. Oh man, this is so sad, so young. Cause of his death is currently unknown, but he did suffer a stroke last year. As you all may know, he rose to fame in the late 90s and early 2000s, and he played a major key role in hip-hop and R&B, working with artists like Ja Rule, Ashanti, and DMX, and many others. Before launching Murder Inc., Irv Gotti worked as an A&R at Def Jam, where he helped bring DMX, Jay-Z, and Ja Rule to the label. In recent years, Gotti had reinvented himself, expanding into television with the creation of BET's Tales, and that was an anthology series blending hip-hop and storytelling. Oh man, R.I.P. to Irv Gotti. Let's keep his family in our prayers. All right, y'all, moving on. An executive producer for the Grammy Awards is addressing Kanye West and his wife, Bianca Censori's controversial red carpet moment. Now, we all remember how Bianca Censori dropped her fur coat to reveal her see-through dress, see-through everything, actually. The executive producer said that the dress coat was artistic black tie. However, in the music industry, that could be up for interpretation. There is a dress code. Now, for anybody actually performing on the show, they have to adhere to, but I guess, of course, Kanye and them ain't really adhering to nothing. But as far as people attending, the nominees, they would be something that the recording would have to answer to. So I guess they did not have to answer to that. We're going to just move on because, you know, Ye is proud of his moment. He says his wife, Bianca Censori, won up the Grammys, if that's what you want to call it. I don't know. I just wouldn't have done that. That's just a little bit, she seemed really uncomfortable. But anyway, we're going to move on. Last but not least, a judge has reportedly blocked Wendy Williams from further speaking to the media. Oh my God. Wendy is currently in an NYC assisted living facility, which she describes as a luxury prison because she's not able to receive incoming calls and has no access to electronic services. Wendy Williams will remain locked up in this facility, that sounds horrible, indefinitely, and will not be able to speak to the media anymore. But the good news is that a judge will allow her to fly to Miami for her father's 94th birthday. This is horrible. Like, I just locked up like that. It sounds like she in jail. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note, but coming up next, we got the Praise Mixdown with the White Stone. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.